Hello, very good morning if you are just starting your day with us here at the team at Hochanda. Lovely to have your company. And we are joined by the lovely Maggie. Hello, Maggie.
Hello.
Official greeting. Should we do the shake?
Oh, yes. Oh, right,
it's the first time we've ever worked together, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
So
apart from half an hour ago.
Well, apart from that, we had a quick chat there on a good morning as well. Lovely to know you, lovely to meet you, and lovely to have lots of sparkle on the show.
Can't beat a bit of bling.
Can't beat a bit of bling. Now, I bet there are a lot of people watching that, because you're on about every sort of 6 to 8 weeks or so.
Yeah.
So this is your first show of 2020.
It is, yeah.
Was it a busy Christmas and was it a nice time and all that?
Yeah.
Thinking back to then?
God, that's ages ago.
I know.
Yeah.
So I won't go the Happy New Year thing, because I'm not sure when that's officially when you stop doing that. But Happy New Year.
About a month ago.
Oh, right. I'm a bit behind. For those, because I've never worked with you, there may be some people, because we have people tuning in all the time for the first time with us at Hochanda. What can we expect? What's your background with this, and what sort of things are we creating, and where are we aimed at?
Okay. I've been doing jewellery making as part of my business for about 16, 17 years now. Right. But as part of jewellery making, obviously we have hundreds and hundreds of beads.
Yes.
About 7 years ago, I started specialising in the flower, the acrylic, what we call Lucite style flower beads.
Oh, right, OK.
And then about 4 or 5 years ago, we started creating things other than jewellery.
Right.
And sort of specialising in things that weren't necessarily jewellery, because lots of people like a bit of bling, but they don't necessarily want jewellery.
No, of course.
So we do a combination of both
that's nice.
now. So we have lasers in the shop. We have 2 lasers in our craft shop. So that then meant that I could incorporate laser cut things as well.
Wow.
But not, like, I mean, we do MDF, but not your MDF type thing. We sort of specialise in perspex.
I see. Oh,
so we try where we can to incorporate that, because that's always nice with beads.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
And so that's where we are. And we've been now 3.5 years been coming here now.
And 3.5?
Yeah.
We're all right. You enjoy it?
It's always very nerve-wracking and a lot of work that people don't see behind the scenes.
No, I'm sure,
and
absolutely.
Will people like this and will people like that?
Of course,
and stuff, so, you know.
Bit putting your soul on the line a little bit with these sort of things. Well, listen, I've looked down the line. I think it's absolutely fantastic and beautiful, and I'm sure you're going to really like what we've got. Let's take us through then. And is this what you were just talking about there with regarding to the sort of the floral kind of feel about this?
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about how we can expect what we can work with with these.
So these are acrylic or plastic, for want of a better word, flower beads. There's lots of different uses for these. Obviously, I use them in jewellery and I use them with my other beading projects. But there's lots of things you can do with them. I mean, if you want to go ahead and just make your own bracelets and put them onto a bracelet with jump rings and things, that's fine. If you want to use mixed media, if you want to use them with power tech, so you can paint them, you can do all sorts of different things.
Oh, they are fantastically cute.
The idea with the spring mix is sort of daffodils, if you like.
I see.
But obviously, you can stack them, you can just use them as they are. And we've got a mix. There's about 150 in there, because we do go off weight.
Oh, I see.
But there's loads of, and they're just so pretty.
They really are.
But with them being acrylic, they're lightweight.
Right, OK.
So obviously, they were glass. They would be quite substantial, so they weight your project down a bit too much. But I love the fact that they're acrylic. Yeah,
so again, if you were to work with these and you were to wear them as well, it's not going to weigh you down. But again, certainly for your crafting projects as well, it's not all about the weight of that, but you still get that lovely, finished look, a nice solid feel about them as well. They don't look lightweight in that respect, but they certainly are, from that point of view, you know, that you get the best of both worlds. And it's a lovely mix. You've got the lovely yellows in there, the golden in there, you've got the clean and the clear, the white that work with it. They are so pretty. They must take quite a bit of doing, actually, I would have thought, for these.
Well, I would guess the manufacturing on these is quite substantial.
Yeah, absolutely. But a really lovely mix. So if you're thinking about those projects, 20% of the stock has already been allocated. A lot of people already shopping ahead, which is so lovely. 898967. We got 80 grams. So did we say roughly how many?
About 150.
About
Obviously, it's done on weight.
On weight.
You'll probably get a few extras. Throw a few in, you know.
But lots there. So if you are thinking of individual projects, you know, you don't need a lot of those to make a big impression on your projects to work with. They work really, really nicely. There's a lovely complementary mix of colours in there. Only $9.99, $898-967. Love that. Right, now then, we've got the wired bracelets on here, and these are lovely, and there's timeless for anyone's age, I think. If you're liking your projects, this is gorgeous. And you get to make all 3 in this?
Yes, you do.
Ooh, right, that's really nice. If I'm starting out, I've never thought of it before, but I like the look of that. I think, you know what, maybe new year, new task.
Yeah.
I want to start. How easy is this from a beginner's point of view?
It's literally just threading things on.
Okay.
The only thing I would say is because memory wire remembers the shape, it's quite stiff. So you need to make a loop at the beginning, which I'll show you hopefully shortly.
Lovely.
Thread the beads on, make a loop at the end. You'll find ordinary pliers will struggle. You can do it.
Oh, do they? Okay.
But it's not the sort of thing that you'd want to do with delicate pliers.
Right,
so,
I see.
If you can get out in the garage and get your husband's pliers, fine.
Right.
If not, you will find it hard to make the loop. I mean, it's easy enough to make a loop, but it's just that's the only
sometimes that
problem.
Could,
it's not a problem, but you know, it's if you've got you can buy stronger round nose pliers to make loops for memory wire, but
they are beautiful.
They are very pretty. Yeah,
they are really, really pretty. These. Now I'm looking at that price of only $14.99. You know, you see these in jewellery shops where you're looking at a lot more sometimes for anything as beautiful as that, and you only get the one. Yeah. So here, if you are thinking, for those that want to have a go at a new project or a hobby for yourself, certainly lovely ideas for gift ideas to give something like this, which is beautiful. Simple. It all does come with the instructions.
The instructions, yeah, very
simple. And is it okay to make to sell?
Absolutely, yeah, please do. Yeah.
Fantastic. 450932. You get all the instructions, all the details, all the wire, and again, watch out for the presentations now from Maggie as we go through. But really good tips on there. £14.99 only. Really, really good value for that, for 3 projects to work on. That's great. Now then, maybe people didn't see the Good Morning Hochanda show. We talked a bit about the angels because I know we've got 2 different varieties on here, but these, you said how popular they've had sellouts on these in the past before. These are beautiful, by the way, Meg. Absolutely gorgeous. Tell us a bit about the inspiration, about how you started with these and why you think they've got such a place.
About maybe 5 years ago, my daughter was fiddling about with some of these beads and she made them into a fairy.
Right.
Sort of these flower beads.
Yes.
And it just went from there. And then since then we've been creating angels, and fairies, and obviously jewellery projects as well, incorporating these flowers, and they're just so pretty. One of the issues that we've had is because a lot of the flowers are quite small, it's been very difficult to make things that are a little bit more substantial, but these are just very simple to make, and everybody likes making things like this that you can give as a gift or hang from a key ring or hang from your handbag. And we've engraved the little perspex disc on the top just to make it that little bit more special.
We can you can see that, and they've all got the same engraving on those as well. But what a lovely, you know, I'm just thinking for people just to look over the guardian angel, you know, that everyone's supposed to have a guardian angel. So whether it's for, you know, young children as a gift that they can have in there, whether it's for people that just want to just as a token to a best friend, to someone within their family, like you say, put it on bags, put it in just as a decoration to have for yourself. I think that the thought that goes with the giving of this is just as important with it. But they are beautiful projects. And to get everything in that kit that we need to make one. How many do we make in total? Is it 5? Five in that kit.
Yeah, and they'll be all mixed colours as well. Yeah, lots of different selections of colours.
Really beautiful. Again, 5 projects on there for $14.99 only. 531475. Well, maybe to one make for yourself, and then you've got other 4 gifts you might want to pass on. But really beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. Very, very busy, I will tell you, for those. All equally, now we got this, but a slight version of what you have brought in the past. Is that right?
We bought a similar angel. Virtually the same, and it all sold out. I couldn't do any more because we ran out of the bead at the bottom.
Oh, did you?
So because she was so popular, and we don't do many in the gold angels, and this gold bead, the flower bead for her belly or for her dress, or whatever you say, it's just something very, very special. So we've just made a slightly different alteration to the bead underneath.
I'm just trying to show you so you can see all the detail there. But even everything again with lovely little beads at the very, very top with the crown.
Inside the crown.
There's some beautiful detail in there as well, and that's a very gorgeous shiny gold as well, isn't it?
It is. Very sparkly
really bright.
Gold. Yes.
Absolutely beautiful, and you've got some lovely iridescence as well coming through actually on the sort of the pearl style beads that are working. But really, really beautiful ingredients to work your project. You got enough to make 6 with this project, is that right?
Yeah.
Well, that's an absolute steal. You're $11.49. and you've got 6 projects on there that you can work with, and everything you need in there is perfect. And again, the instructions, and I'm glad it's coming across on the screen, but there's a lovely high gleam, a real high gloss of that gold that's coming through, which looks absolutely beautiful. 503211. Again, I can see this being equally very, very popular as well to come through, and I just think all the little ingredients are just stunning on that. Really, really lovely. 501211. Grab those right now while you can. So we've gone from our angels in there to now we're full on glamour.
Absolutely. Can't beat a bit of bling.
No, you can't. Talk to us a bit about these projects. I think these are fantastic.
Okay, so this is a very simple bracelet. We have brought this to Hochanda a couple of years ago now with different beads. So this time we've chosen the electroplated beads because they're just so in your face, if you like, for want of a better word. And they're just so dramatic.
They really are.
You've got a mixed pack of strands.
Okay.
So there's 5 strands. You'll get a purple and a blue, and then there'll be a mixture of gold, bronze, silver, and then this gorgeous sort of iridescent multicoloured one. Because obviously the packs that I've got are all different. But you need 42 beads approximately, depending on how big your your wrist is, to make this one. And then you've got extra beads left. So there's 72 strands on the strand. So you've got extra beads that you can do whatever you like with. And there's no reason why you couldn't mix these and have different colours.
Of course, absolutely.
On them.
The clasps
and then you
also,
get the clasps
are also beautifully detailed. You can see those. Just trying to turn that so you can see the whole clasp there. But again, it's that finishing part of the product again that gives it that lovely clasp feel that you've got, that you created with this as well, Maggie, which is lovely. And there is something about when you've got those sort of faceted areas, when you see them catch in the light, the sparkle effect, like you say, that glamour that you get from this. You can see as it's catching the light. That is fantastic. Again, you think about you get enough to make all of these, and you're going to be extra beads as well. For that price, for all so many projects, only £18.99. Also, if you're a Freedom member, it's only £17.09, and that includes your delivery. So really good value for money on that, and lovely, lovely projects to work with. 896245. We're working on these in the demonstrations, is that right?
Yeah.
So you get another idea if you're thinking. So grab them in your basket now, so you can sit and watch Maggie and relax then to see how they're all put together, which is, I really love them. I think they're gorgeous. Now, what I have to say, Bill, as we go down the line, is you've captured so many wonderful different elements of using these, of all the different stones you've got, and all the nice themes about them. Talk to us a bit about this, because again, really lovely feeling from this. Okay,
so Tree of Life gemstones, healing powers of gemstones.
Yes,
it's quite a big thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we've combined the two, the Tree of Life with the gemstones. Very simple project. It's literally just hanging the small chips in between little jump rings on eye pins. Very simple project, and then you've got a lovely heart-shaped little lobster claw to finish it off.
I'll just try and show that. I'll move that for a second, but you can see there, hopefully. And it's a solid lobster claw as well, isn't it? The clasp on that. So that's not coming off. And these are all genuine gemstones as well.
Yeah, gemstone chips.
So I know you've actually had we've got some synthetics that are being used on here.
Yeah.
But again, just when you start talking about genuine, real, precious stones, you know, it's lovely to actually have those in there. And I know there are lots of properties people like to think about and talk about, but you've got a lovely mixture in here as well, across them. Is some aquamarine in there, some lapis in there as well. You've got some, I'm not sure what we've got in here. We've got some amethyst,
fluorite.
We've got citrine and some fluorite. Really beautiful gemstones, and again, very precious in their own right. To have those, to make 5 projects for only £12.49, that's a really good price. That's a really good price. We think about all the lobster clasp themselves and the instructions and all the actual gemstones that you've got there. That's a really, what you brought is fantastic value for money for these. 117015, only £12.49. Brand new on the show today. Love it. Really, really lovely. Now we've gone from the smaller elements of your natural gemstones to big look. Big look with this. This is lovely. Talk to us about this one, Maggie.
So we like to create things like hangers, mobiles, sun catchers. Again, using the laser, it just gives us the opportunity to create things that are a little bit different. So before Christmas, we had some fantasy ones that we brought with these, and this time we thought we'd do bugs, as we call insects. The bee is just, I love the bee. And then we've got a butterfly and a dragonfly as well.
They are beautiful.
So you get the large crystal, and then you get a selection of smaller crystals just to hang above it, just to add a little bit of extra bling to it.
Right, so look, I'm just going to place it next to so you can see. You've also got the butterfly that you'll be getting. You've got the bee there. That's one that's already here, and then we've got the beautiful dragonfly. So then themselves, they're big statement pieces in that respect, you know, but beautifully decorated, all the detail that you got on the wings and the filigree that you can find again with the butterfly, for example. So you're going to get those, which are lovely. But the larger of the actual stones you've got as well, I mean, that is beautiful, isn't it, what we're getting? It's like a mystic. Is it a mystic sort of topaz kind of feel?
So you'll get two of the AB ones and then one of this.
One of these type, yes.
Yeah. Vitriol, I think the colour is.
That is really, really gorgeous. £12.59 only. That includes your P&P if you're a Freedom member. $13.99 if you'd like to go for these. So it makes 3 projects for your wonderful bug hangers, which I love these, with those gorgeous crystals in there. 809291 if you'd like to go there. So really good to get another Freedom offer for you. Big, big project to work on those. You've got something for everybody here, Maggie. I think it's lovely. Yeah, absolutely. Coming down to the final part, and again, there's lots of lovely details in these. These are so, so pretty. I love these. But you did all the inspiration behind all of these, is it?
Yes.
It's brilliant. No, it's lovely. We're very proud of that. Absolutely gorgeous. Talk to me about the inspiration behind these.
OK, so these we've had on before.
Right.
And these are just some little pretty bell beads. Again, we've used the perspex discs to hang them in and just put some little crystals on them as well. Just very simple, just something sweet to hang up or give as a gift.
Really, again...
It's a nice project to actually make.
Right.
Whether you actually keep it yourself or whether you give it to someone else, because everybody likes something that's sort of sparkly when it's done.
Absolutely, yeah. And again, one of those, again, when they catch the light, I think that's any gemstones, you know, or when you've got those lovely little crystals or the synthetics in there, when you look at, but when they catch the light, that's so somewhere if you can get a good, where's it in your home possibly, or you know someone's got a nice conservatory where you're going to get a lot of that light ray to come through, and I think that's when they really explode and people will notice them, isn't it? But I can imagine it's a very, very, very nice project to work with. Again, brilliant price point. If you're just starting out, want to have a go at this as a hobby for yourself or a new way of working with stones, this is a fantastic way. Again, for under £15, you look, £11.99 actually, 674567. Lovely project, everything you need, the instructions, you got the wire, the whole lot there is for you, 674567. And now then, these are lovely, the Daffodil Brooches. These are gorgeous. These are absolutely fantastic. Now, it takes us back to the very first ice we bought with all those wonderful yellows and golds that we had.
So those are beads that we've used out of the mix.
Right. But that is lovely. This is gorgeous.
We bought these at Christmas. I know that's a silly thing. Before we were on in December, we brought them in December, trying to, you know, encourage people to think beyond the horrible Christmas and move on. But yes, spring's coming up, so.
How lovely. $10.99 only. You've got really nice pin on those as well. There's a nice quality in that. You can feel that is absolutely about the quality. Everything you need, again, all the instructions, everything, all those wonderful little elements. £10.99, 098532 if you'd like to go for that. Now, there's a lot of choice on here with all fantastic price points. The website is the place to go to for yourself to have a little look at those. There may be a couple of projects here. You're thinking maybe I'll just come in for the angel to start with, but now you've seen all the other elements that we've got, thought of maybe, you know what, the bracelet's a really nice one to go for. You might want to start thinking about that. Maybe you like the larger of the bugs in that respect. Maybe, you know, it's very, very popular indeed across the board here that Maggie's brought along for you. But you do have a look. Great price points. Something, if you've never done before, the instructions are nice and clean, nice and clear for you that you can look through, and you've got all the help you need. And, of course, obviously, the demonstrations now that you're going to find from Maggie. But get shopping for those ones because there's some really lovely projects. And I'd imagine there's got to be a real sense of pride. If you made something like this for the first time, and then you're giving that as a gift as well to someone, there must be a real sort of pride in that. I think it's lovely.
Oh, yeah. I mean, what we find a lot is that people who aren't necessarily jewellery makers like to make something different.
Right, yeah.
your jewellery makers who are avid jewellery makers who work with seed beads or whatever, they will stick to that, and that's what they will do.
Right.
But where we find it as a big appeal is people who like to dabble a little bit, but don't necessarily want to make a lot of jewellery.
No, I understand. But I think these projects are brilliantly priced that you thought, I can have a go at that.
Yeah.
I can have a little go. I can pick that one up. I can put that one down again, maybe come back. So really, really lovely. What are we working with on the start off with?
Okay, so we'll do the goddess bracelet first.
Oh, lovely.
Okay, very simple. I'm not going to make the whole thing, but I'll just basically show you how to do it.
Great.
So we've got a piece of tiger tail wire here, which is steel coated wire. I'm going to put one end of the clasp on. So this is double length.
Oh, right, okay,
because we're using 2 strands, okay? And what we'll then do is we'll put a crimp bead on.
See, this is me goggles up now.
Oh,
goggles
is it?
up,
all right,
goggles
okay.
down.
Well, I need my goggles down while I try and put a crimp bead on. So I'm going to put both wires, if I can see, through the crimp bead. So both these lengths need to be the same. And that will then just keep this in place.
So that's your end, and you're looking at there.
Yeah, and then what I'm going to do is take a pair of pliers and just slightly away from the clasp end, squeeze that flat. So that will then keep all the beads in place. Okay?
Nice and easy. Yes, very nice.
Right, so the actual technique is a bead on one strand, a jump ring. Actually, now what you will need to probably do, sometimes when you get jump rings, they're not completely sealed on the edge. So you might need to take your pliers and just squeeze where it opens, just so that you know that it's not going to open up afterwards. It also means that it's smooth here.
Right, so there's no join necessarily, it's right the way through.
So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a jump ring over both ends of the wire.
Oh, okay, yep.
Okay, and then I'm going to put a bead on the other side.
And this is all nice and clear again in the instructions when we go through on the bracelet, so it's step by step that's been done.
Okay, and that's the technique. So I'll then put a jump ring over both lengths. It's a good idea to make sure that the ends of the wire, when you're working with them, are the same length.
Right, okay. Yeah.
Okay, and then I'll go back to going on the first one that I did, put a bead on it, and then put a jump ring over both ends. Can you see how the pattern
it's starting to build up now.
grows?
Absolutely.
If I just put one more on, and then you've got 2 on either side. So what you'll need to remember is when you've got to the end is to put a bead on the opposite wire to the one you started on, so that it sort of lines up.
Right.
I mean, it's not crucial, but it would make sense, because then when you look at the bracelet, it'll look finished a bit better, I think.
Yes, I'm going to show exactly what you're talking about there as well at the ends. So you can see, I think we're on there. There we go, yes. So it is just a nice layering up, and actually when you see it, now you've described it, you can see how that's working, isn't it? It's sort of, you always get that one nice and snug, so you're alternating between each wire when you're placing them on.
Yeah, and that's a very simple technique.
No, that's fantastic. And but again, it's quite therapeutic.
It's just remembering which wire to put the bead on. Not getting too carried away. Although it's very simple, because you just take it off if you've made a mistake.
Yes, that's another nice thing about this, isn't it? As far as a project goes, that if you do, it's not that's it. The whole project's ruined. It's just retaking it off.
Just take it off and just slowly. That's it. Carry on.
Perfect. And again, you say you got there's a lot of beads that actually come as part of the pack as well. So you can make them, elongate them, lengthen. What's the longest we can go to on a bracelet?
Well, I've included enough. There's 250 jump rings here, and you'll need approximately 42 for the bracelet.
Right, okay.
So you have got a few extra jump rings. You've also got the crimp beads as well. So you've got the materials and the clasps to make 5, but it depends. You might want to make a necklace.
Got you. Yes, because a bit matching jewellery to go with that as well. That'll make
if you decided that you wanted to then use the other beads that you've got in your stash for something else.
Right.
But you will have plenty. I mean, you haven't got enough to make 2 of each colourway.
No.
But you could mix these colours up, and you could have all 5 colours on if you wanted to.
Well, I mean, the colours are, again, I'm just going to take them off there.
Because I think they'd all work together.
Well, they would, wouldn't they? I mean, you've got the sort of the greens and the blues that are coming through. You've got all of those there. But, I mean, the blues altogether are very, very bold. But they do... Well, I'm just going to put them all on there, Hans. You can see from that as it does catch the light. But, yeah, they would mix and match very nicely. If you wanted to go for that, rather than having all solid colour, then you can go for mixing all those as well. But it's actually a nice, simple process. But you get a really lovely design, actually, overall, that sort of zigzag that's going on down through the bracelet. And don't forget, in your pack, you will get enough to make 5 as a minimum, really, from everything that Maggie's saying there. And if you're a Freedom member, don't forget that's delivered to your door for £17.09, which is lovely. Really love that. That's nice and simple, that. Thank you very much. Now, we'll tell you also that the bugs that Maggie showed us earlier on, over a quarter of the stock has now already been allocated for these. Now, in this one, you will get enough that will make 3. They are brand new on the show for you today, and it's one of the sort of the larger projects that we've got for you. So you've got the larger, the dragonfly, the butterfly, and you've also got the honeybee in there. So you've got all of that, all the details that you require to make those. Really good price point again, only £13.99, proving very, very popular. 809291, and again another Freedom offer, just £12.59. That's including your P&P. If you are already a Freedom member, I'm not surprised you'll be taking advantage of that. 3 lovely large, and again one of the projects that's got the larger of those crystals, and there are 3 of those larger crystals. You've got like a mystical topaz kind of feel about that, and a sort of a Neptune-y kind of feel as well, but they look beautiful. 809291. Love that. Gorgeous. So, proving very, very popular across the board. That lots of people are loving what you brought to the show, Maggie. What are you looking at next, then, from
So, I can do the hanger, the bug hanger.
Oh, lovely.
Just to sort of show people how simple it is.
So you do the designing of the insects that we've got in here as well?
Yeah.
And do all the cutting for those?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. I could work on that laser 24 hours a day. There's so many things that we could do with it. I just don't have enough hours in the day to do it. It's a bit frustrating, really.
What, have you got like a really big, ambitious project one day as well, and start laser cutting away at, or is
well,
it as
no,
every day
because
as it
we
comes?
have orders as well that we do in the
course.
shop, because we have quite a big craft shop. So we've got wedding orders, and we do personalised things as well. So there's that to work on as well. It's a bit frustrating, really, because otherwise I'd do even more. But yeah, I need more hours in the day.
Oh yes, yes, I know how you feel.
Okay, so I've taken about a third of the length of the wire that you get in the kit.
Okay.
You can have them as long or as short as you like. I should probably have opened that up, but I didn't. Just for speed, I've just cut that.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll take you. I think you've done that a few times before.
Okay. So I'll need a jump ring, which I can open towards me, not out, because it spoils the shape if you do that.
Oh, really? Just
Yeah,
to bring it in like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yep. And then I can thread the crystal on. These are gorgeous crystals.
They are absolutely beautiful. They really are.
What you do is wiggle your jump ring back into place, and you can always use your pliers to go over the join
Just to straighten up
if you're
and
not
that.
sure.
Okay.
Okay. Why have I done it like that? I've done that wrong. Hold on a minute. Let me just undo that. It's nerves.
Oh, that's live TV.
Live TV.
It's everyone's watching when you.
Don't worry. Don't worry. Right. Okay.
But like you said, you could always go back.
Yes. you've got a selection of little crystals. So I've just put. You'll have some that are a brownie coloured to do with the bee, but I mean I'm just going to put a mix of 6 on here. It doesn't really matter. They all look nice together anyway.
They do. And they're all individually faceted as well, aren't they?
Yes, they are. Yeah. Yep. And then what we'll do is cut this down to about 1 centimetre from the top.
Okay.
Always hold the wire when you cut it, just in case it flicks.
Pings off.
In someone's face.
Yes.
Okay, and then I'm just going to turn the top, put my pliers back in, just to kink the loop. And I'm afraid I'm a bit sad, because I do like my loops to be the same on both ends.
Ah.
So what I tend to do is hold that and then tweak it so that they're both the same way. Because you don't always know which way they're going to be when you actually make them up. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Right. So once I've done that, I can now add that onto there.
See.
Right.
They do. They honestly, if you, I'm sure you can see that on your screen at home, but you can see the way that the light is working in the crystal there. That you really do get these beautiful light play, don't you? Coming through. Really, really nice. And I think that's the nice thing about this particular kit that you've got here, Maggie. You've got a lot of opportunity for the light to bounce. If you do like that magical kind of light play that you're going to get with these, this is the biggest project for you to do it, isn't it, I suppose?
Yeah, I'm just trying to work out which way I'm doing this. I'm doing this wrong. That's because I haven't got the demonstration piece in front of me. Hold on a minute. Let me just... Right, now when you get your pieces, they may have some of the protective covering on them.
Okay.
They may not. What we tend to do is we tend to take the top off when we're engraving them, because if we don't, it comes off in pieces, and it could take you a little while to take it off.
Right,
but it depends on how deep the engraving is. So this is coming off quite easily.
Right.
So they may well have a bit of backing on them. See here, we've got the little spots with the butterfly. But anyway,
yes,
I'll just quickly peel that off. It's quite nice sitting peeling them off, unless you've got 400 to do, of course.
Yeah. You're making 3 in your pack.
Yes, that's not too bad.
So that's all right. That's not
and
quite
it helps
so bad.
to stop them getting... They won't get scratched, but it just helps to...
Well, they are actually very solid, aren't they, as well? They are solid in that respect. There's a good thickness about these. So if you are looking at something, you want it to look, you know, absolutely, so it's not sort of just flimsy. You can see the thickness there of the project that you're working with. And again, that lovely detail that is engraved within there, the lovely detail on the wings, for example. And they've all got that lovely detail throughout the, whether it's the dragonfly or the butterfly or our little lovely bee. Really nice.
I'm putting this together the wrong way, but it doesn't matter.
I'm liking the freedom, the freedom that it brings.
Well, you can either have your crystally beads next to your crystal, your big crystal bead, or you can have it above it. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, so this one you've got the actual bead separated at the top. You've got the smaller ones.
We'll do it the other way around, just to be contrary.
Yeah.
Just to speed things up a little bit. There we go.
Oh,
do it that
beautiful. There we go. Lovely.
So I really need to take the little bits off the wings. Actually, they look quite sweet.
Actually,
the little,
we're actually going to see them.
That's got plastic on, so we should really take that off.
Yeah, but you wouldn't. Well, but the nice thing is they do lend themselves. If you did want to do any extra decoration on these as well, you could.
Oh, you could paint these with.
You could work with them.
Permanent pens or alcohol inks if you wanted them a different colour.
Yes.
Yep.
So if you do want to carry on possibly some of the themes of the colours and the actual crystals below that you want to bring out, or again another theme that you're adding to as well, that would be very, very nice. So another platform to add to, more individual kind of feel that you might want to add on, which is lovely. That's gorgeous. That. And nice and simple as well that we can go through as well. Really, really nice. Have we got anything else that we can work through? Because I've enjoyed it. And again, if you are just tuning in, just working with us now, don't forget you can always catch up, because we've also gone through the bracelet, how to do the links on the bracelet. You can always catch this up again on Rewind later on to sort of replay. But every kit that you do get does come with its own instructions as well. So step by step of exactly what you need to do. And you get plenty of your materials with all of your projects to make sure. So you've got a little bit, you've been very generous actually with all the elements that are in there. So if there is, you know, want to extend a little bit here and add a bit more there, you've certainly got a chance to do that. Lovely. Now we've got the, is it the angels?
This is one of the angels to do. We can do both of them if you like.
Lovely, lovely.
Okay, so you've got a head pin here. What I'm going to do first is put the little bead cap on. Then I'm going to hide this iridescent bead. That's going up inside the body, just so that shows up.
I see.
Okay, and then we go wings. Now, I've actually put...
Oops,
that one's rolling off.
To escape from us.
Oh, there we go. That's over there, that one. We've got a collar bead, so because we've got a collar bead, if we just sit the collar bead on the top of the wings, it won't sit properly. Right. So you've actually got a little extra crystal bead, just to raise it up a little bit there. Collar bead. Head, crown, and then that crystal sat inside the crown.
How lovely.
Okay, and then we'll just cut that down to 1 centimetre from the top, approximately.
Really, and again, nice. If you are just starting out, you see it's a lovely, nice, simple project to start off with as well, but gives you lovely impact results straight away. And that is, I can't get over the gleam that we're getting from the gold as well. That is a really lovely bright yellow, isn't it? Bright golden colour that's coming through. But what's so nice is you do get all those wonderful elements, you know, with that sort of a pearlesque feeling there. The wings, the detail on the wings as well that's coming through. Just try and turn that to the camera so you can see the detail on the wings. The detail on the crown as well, it really is very, 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 very pretty indeed, that. And again, you're going to get enough to make 6 within this particular kit. And again, for that price of only £11.49. So maybe you want to give a couple to someone as a nice little gift idea. Or for you, maybe you got some of them where you can decorate with all 6. You can work as well, which is lovely. So that's the gold, because there are 2 options that you saw there. That's the gold one to look at, and this is the other variety that this has been on before as well, isn't it?
No, this one has been on very similar, but then I ran out of the bottom beads, so we've changed the bottom of that a little bit. This one we've not had on before. This is the Guardian Angel one, yeah. So again, you've got the big bead here. So we're going to just feed the wire into the big bead. Then we've got wings. Then we've got a collar bead.
I take it a good lighting wherever you do your crafting, wherever you're making this as well. Good light, good light there, and a nice steady surface where things can not roll off.
Oh, hang on, I haven't done a wings yet. Hold on a minute. Let me just. I've started a wings.
Oh, right, yes.
Right, OK. Yeah, so her wings are done by, you've got an eye pin.
Right.
So the head pin is the one with the straight end. The eye pin is the one with the loop on the end.
Right.
And I fed 5 of the little pearl beads, 2 of the little crystals, and then 5 of the pearl beads on. And this is going to make the arms. That's the most important thing I was going to show.
Oh, I see.
And then I nearly forgot it. I carried away here. So you then want to cut that off and make a loop on the end. And again, I want to make sure that the ends are both, they're not too bad actually, facing the same direction, but they're not too bad.
Is that just a preference for you, or do we gain anything from that anyway?
Well, I think you need to with the wings, mainly because they need to overlap on the top.
Yes, yeah.
And I'm just going to then flip them over, and then they can go on her. Sorry, I'll just take her apart a minute.
Yes, yeah.
So we put the 2 loops through her, just above her body bead. And then we put it together. So then, sorry, I forgot her wings. How could I do? I mean, her arms, sorry. There we go.
There she is.
And then her collar.
The shaping of what would be her dress in that respect is really lovely on those.
Yes, very pretty.
And we're in each pack there's variable different colours of each of the projects.
Yeah. Now it might swing round a little bit. If you wanted to, you could put a little bit of clear nail varnish or jewellery glue there at the top, just to stop things swinging round a little bit.
Right.
But I think that adds to her character anyway.
Yes, yeah, it does.
And then we have a little bead over the top. Okay.
Really lovely.
And then again we cut that down to about a centimetre. And then make a loop. Okay. Now, do you want me to carry on up? Are we carry on?
Yeah,
with
we could do that last little section to it. Yeah, that'd be lovely. I think we've had an email come through as well.
Right. Okay.
From Jackie. Hello, Jackie. What a pleasure to see Impressions Crafts. Such great kits at such great value as well.
Thank you.
And she's got the Daffodil Brooch kit, and she's also got the Goddess Bracelet kit as well. So
thank you very much.
Thank you, Jackie. That's lovely.
I'm glad you like it, because I never know whether people are going to like things. It's very nerve-wracking for me, this.
Well, I'm sure, but as we said at the very beginning, you know, you've done the designing, you're putting these lovely projects together, and it's always, I think, when anyone comes, you know, into the studio and what they've created, it's always that the unknown, isn't it? You know, and you put your soul on the line for that. But that's a lovely comment to have. Thank you, Jackie. That's really, really nice, and I'm sure that is same sentiment. Well, I'm sure a lot of people will think the same. But you've got some lovely projects here. They're really lovely.
Right. So I put a little bit of tiger tail wire through the loop on the top and put a little crimp bead on, and then I'm going to squash that flat, and then it's just a case of placing a smaller crystal on larger crystal. Again, I've got to have bling there, I'm afraid. And then the smaller crystal, and actually if we feed that wire in, it won't show then.
Oh, I see, hide it in there, yes.
Yep. Okay. And then we can make a loop by putting that, oh hang on, I need a crimp bead. Let me just put another crimp bead in. Feed that in, and then pop that back through the crimp and through the top couple of beads, out the other end, and again we've got then no wire showing.
Oh right, yeah.
Hope the camera can pick this up. Squeeze that flat, and I can cut that end off then.
I see. Absolutely lovely, gorgeous. That really, really nice. And again, all the instructions you get with the kit as well that you can go through, and so and you can also come back and catch this on rewind as well. Thank you very much indeed for that, Maggie.
Okay.
I was going to show some people again that may be just tuning in a little bit of what we're doing, then we're going to come straight back if that's okay. The website is the place to go to again for everything that is on the show. All your lovely kits. You've got the mineral, you've got the bracelets in there that we're just talking about as well. That Jackie's already got, and also the daffodils that Jackie's already just come through for. Loads and loads of lovely options of all those different projects to start working on. And I think one thing that's across the board for me that Maggie's brought through here with Impressions Crafts is value for money. And I think that's one thing. Whatever project you've chosen or whichever project you're looking at going for, now's your time to put those into your basket to take it, because if you're just starting out, and I suppose it's the same with anything, isn't it? If you're not too sure how it's going to sit with you, you want to give it a go, you don't want to be spending lots and lots and lots and lots of money on something you think actually it's not for you in the end. So the price points in here, everything under £20 I think it is, for whichever project. So most of those projects, you're not just getting one, you're getting 3, 4, 5, 6 actually as well, with the Golden Angels, for example. 6 projects in there for under 20, under £15, in some cases under £12. So it's an affordable chance for you to start doing something different, possibly, and great ideas. And don't forget, you can make to sell, as you also heard as well from Maggie. So that's really, really fantastic. Let's talk you through the different options that are available. Let's starting off here with basically your great chance. This is your spring flower pack. Some really lovely elements in here. You've got the lovely little white flowers, all of these synthetically made for you. You've got the little whites of the flowers, you've got the leaves again, you've got the little veins of the leaves at work, you've got yellows in here, you've got your golds, you've got your sort of matted colours, but you've also then got those that have got that lovely high gloss about them. All of those work. There's round about 150 or so pieces in it. It's done by weight. 80 grams is what you're definitely going to be getting. But as you heard, you may be getting quite a few more on that. But, you know, you're going to get plenty and plenty of options in there to work with those. Maybe those little individual craft moments, those little bits you want to bring to any of your other projects that you've been working on, not necessarily just in jewellery. But if, again, you're looking for those, there's an awful lot of works that you can go with your embellishments here for under £10. 898967. I will tell you that half the stock has already been allocated on this, half the stock already gone. Really popular piece, great price point, lots and lots of areas that you can add to those projects going forward. Now, we've got the wire bracelet. We've got 2 different types of your bracelets. These are your wire bracelets, and these will give you a chance to make 3 projects from this one kit. So, again, 3 projects. You're looking at less than, well, basically £5 a project on this one. £14.99 is going to get you 3. Everything you need, all of the instructions. You're going to be getting this wonderful memory wire that works with it. Again, but all the details that you can find with all the little accessories that come with it really do give a very high-end finish, right the way down to that beautiful, lovely little love heart that you can see on the underside. Look at that. This is one of the elements that's actually included in there as well. So when you've made this project, either for yourself, for your daughter, for your niece, for your nephew, whoever you're buying it, it doesn't really matter. £14.99. Look at that, just one of the elements that you're going to be getting. You get enough to make 3 of those different coloured, mixed colour bracelets that you can see. 450932. If you've never tried a bit of jewellery making before, this is the kind of price point to go for, isn't it? £14.99, 450932. Now, we had seen the Guardian Angels as a demonstration and how it all comes together, and they are beautiful. You're going to get your mixed colours on here, enough to make 5 of your kits in total. But again, you saw how simply this is to put together, but really a lot of fun. And once you see these, because once the light hits these, and again, with all those wonderful little gems you can see, these are gorgeous, these lovely little beads. And all the details, again, all fully illustrated, again, with the instructions that come with this kit. 531475. This is brand new on. She hasn't been on before. Little friend here. $14.99 for this brand new on the show today. So if you have bought some previous angels in the past and you want to add to your collection, this is definitely the one to go for. 531475, $14.99. So you get 5 projects in that. You've got 6 projects if you'd like to go for the golden variety. Now, it has been on something similar, was on previously in that, but again, this one for you to look at, you are getting a real high-end gloss finish with this lovely gold. You get 6 of these, but again, look at the price point on this. Again, we're only looking at £11.49 for 6 projects. Everything you need there. All the wire you need, you've got those wonderful little crystals at the top there again, all faceted, by the way, all beautiful faceted. You've got the pearl style, you've got the little collar piece you can see with the wings that go through, and then all the detail again, even on the underside there, even more in there, including that lovely little pearl that's on that bottom element. So everything you need, just £11.49. Again, fully illustrated, all the instructions, everything you need. 503211. Great for them to be as a collective. Fantastic if you want to break them up as well as separate projects for people. Now then, this is beautiful, and these really do capture the light. And there's something about these. Let me just pick up all of these, because you are getting large amounts of the strands here. I think you needed about 42, I think it was taken, for each one of the bracelets to make, but you are getting plenty more than 40 on each strand. So you will have enough in here to make more than just that one on that bracelet if you want to elongate it. Probably not enough to make 2 of each ones, but you're certainly going to have plenty of those colours. Now, I think why this one's working, this is gorgeous. This is the electroplated beautiful goddess bracelet that you can see, but this is all about bling. Maggie mentioned at the very beginning of the hour, but you can see how each one of those facets is bouncing the light off, and it can't help but get you noticed. So if this is a gift that you're making for somebody else, if you want to mix and match, you don't just have to make them, of course, one bracelet all pure amethyst one, or one beautiful with the topaz, for example, and that kind of look. If you want to mix them up, that is going to give you a big, big look and a brilliant price point, because today we've got a Freedom member on this, £17.09. That includes your delivery, everything you need, including, by the way, all of your clasps. You're going to get here your lobster hooks that will work with these. Really, again, even the detail, just down to those that you can see, is really, really, really impressive on all of them, but working very, very nicely indeed. So, all the wire, instructions, everything you need to make your 5 projects there of the beautiful goddess bracelet, which is, I think, are just stunning. Look at those. They are lovely. Right, 896245. Now, the Tree of Life. Now, I'm a big fan of these. The natural gemstones, to me, I'm a massive fan of anyway, and have been for quite some time. And here, I think, if you can own any piece, when you think the journey that each one of these have been through, and I'm seeing that at £12.49. Now, I know that these are not your big, big, large gemstones of this particular, but you are looking at genuine gemstones. These aren't your synthetic, these are genuine. And I think to have your amethyst in there, to have your citrine, to have your lapis lazuli, all those wonderful colours that you're going to get from natural gemstones, having any little natural gemstones, I think, in anyone's collection is fantastic. Having it in something with such lovely detail. Look at the size and the style that you got of that lobster clasp. That you can see just there, and again, really lovely detailed mechanism with all that filigree that you can see, which is lovely. And to have that look, I think, for that price, for make 5 different projects for £12.49, I think it's phenomenal. Now, I know that a lot of people like the properties of natural gemstones. My little boy collects all the natural gemstones. I did 10 years working with gemstones, and I've been to some incredible mines around the world looking at them. And I think for that price, that any project, that is a fantastic opportunity. 117015. Really love that project. I think that is gorgeous. Now, there are your smaller elements. If you're looking for a big element, big wow factor, then this is the project for you to go for. Wherever you want to hang this gives you a lot of scope as well for adding any extra on top of that you'd like to, because each one of those, you're going to get 3 projects. You're going to have, you've got the bee there that you can see, but you're also going to be getting enough to have, there we are, our beautiful butterfly and our dragonfly. Now again, those you can, if you wanted to, work with your alcohol pens, if you wanted to work with any of your other elements that you think will work beautifully with that, you can colour change, you can create your own on that, gives you more flexibility for adding your own input on those. But then what I think is lovely about these is you're getting those really big crystals in there, so you're going to get a lot of sparkle. Now, if you are placing that somewhere, the better place to hang it is where you're going to get light. So in windows, in your conservatories, for example, anywhere that you want to get that light to come through, because that's when you're going to get the effect of that. That's why you have your larger crystals like this. You're going to be getting 2 of that sort, and you're also going to be getting 1 which is more like a sort of a mystic look that you're going to get. But look at that for your colour, and again, really big impact when that light, that will bounce that light off of those because those facets and all around the room wherever that is hanging. And I think that is going to create a lot of sunshine in whichever room you hang this. Brilliant price again for those kind of size, $13.99. I know that sometimes you can pay a lot of money just for those those crystals themselves for big impact look. You can $12.59, and you get all the smaller elements as well for that one. But if you're a Freedom member, 809291. Half the stock has gone. I think people are enjoying that larger style projects as well. Half the stock has already been allocated for those. That's a really nice, simple but very, very impactful project to work with. Now then, we've also got for you 2 more to bring to you. These are really, really cute. You get 3 projects in this one. And again, 3 projects. Again, look at the price, $11.99. Sorry, 4 projects. Makes 4 projects here for that price. Even better, 674567. Instructions, everything you need, all those wonderful elements. Again, hang them where you're going to get a lot of light coming through, and you're going to get a lovely effect from those. $11.99. I think they're very, very dainty. And then final, last but not least, of course, here, we've got the wonderful Daffodil Brooches. Now, I can tell you these are proving very... Maybe we've got spring in our hearts, possibly. But you'll have a spring in your step, I think, when you get these and you start wearing them. But $10.99, 098532, only £10.99, and you get to make all 3. Instructions, again, are included. Love it. So many options. You're spoilt for choice. And just to add to the confusion, don't forget you've also got a deal of the day you might want to add to your order to go through. Of course, you're going to get your 4 rolls of this one. Each one of those rolls are 10 metres each. It's going to give you 40 metres in total, this one, and this is perfect. £9.96. Easy to tear. It is reusable, so once you've actually repositioned, you put it on your cardstock, whatever you're working with it, with the grooves in there, allows you to take it away, and you don't leave any residue at all behind those, and you can reposition. Absolutely perfect. 433 453. Usual price over £20 on this is $9.96 as a deal of the day. Get them while they are in stock. They prove to be very, very popular indeed. Right, time is flying away here, Maggie. It's nice to be back with you. We've got about 4 minutes left. Can you believe? I know. I'm sorry about that. what can you show us?
Right, very quickly then.
Yes.
So, memory wire bracelet. I've made a loop on the end of it, and it is literally just a case of threading the same sequence of beads on. So I've got a tiny 4mm bead. I've got a 6mm bead. I've got a bead cap. I've got one of these gorgeous faceted
They're lovely,
beads.
like a mirror ball.
Oh, they're beautiful.
Disco ball, aren't they?
Then I've got another bead cap the other way. Then I've got another 6mm bead. Then I've got a 4mm bead. And then I've got my tube bead.
Right.
And that is literally it.
I see.
You thread them all on, pull it round, and that's that. Okay, and you just keep going.
And is it a good idea, obviously, then to place everything out on the mat beforehand?
If you wish. You know.
Or otherwise, is it just go?
Otherwise, I have to undo it all.
But yeah, maybe for those, maybe sometimes just place them out in there so you can say, or enjoy the fun of going. Now, where's that other one gone?
Yeah, that's it. That's all it.
Lovely,
all
nice and simple. Great.
Do you want me to do the tea? The tree flag? Right, I've made a few little components up first. Now, in the kit, you'll get 3 eye pins, but they're long ones. So what I've done is I've used an eye pin, I've put a gemstone on it, I've cut it down to 1 centimetre.
Okay, yes.
Like that.
Yep.
Made the loop on the top. like that. I'm rushing here, and then I've
That's
just
okay.
made sure that the loops are facing the same way.
Right, yes,
Yep.
yep.
Okay, and then I've used the same piece again, made a loop, and you should get 3 off each of these long gems.
Oh,
It's
right,
such a
right.
waste otherwise.
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
And then put another gemstone on. Cut that off 1 centimetre. Make a loop. I make it look so simple, don't I?
Well, it's nice because there is. I'm sure that because more people start working through, they're going to get into a routine with it. They're going to they'll find those ways of doing that, won't they? It's like anything.
Yep. And then you want to use a jump ring. Open that up. Use the right pliers.
Now I remember which was it towards me, wasn't it? Was it? Yes.
And then pop your
Oh, okay. Yeah. Straight
your
through.
component on there, and then either the Tree of Life or your lobster claw
Lobster
from
claw.
the top, and just keep going. And I think there's enough. There's 6 gemstones for each of the Tree of Lives.
Right. Right. Lovely. So again, nice. Once
Very
you've got that, you
simple.
repeat and repeat again.
Yeah,
So
and that's quite nice because you're doing a bit of work to make it up. I think actually, if you'd put the gemstones next to one another, you'd sort of lose.
yeah, it's nice to have a little bit of their own space
yeah,
around them
yeah,
as well.
yeah.
Let the colours go through.
Yeah.
And I mean what I say. I really think that having genuine gemstones in there as well. In that, I think you don't need a lot of them to go. Well, this is
No.
there's been on a bit of a journey, haven't they?
Yeah.
So it's really lovely for, and I love the detail again on certainly the Tree of Life that we've got. I don't know if we can, if I just show that
Yeah,
up
sure.
nice and close, so you can see again the detail. So again, maybe that's going to be quite specific for somebody you might be thinking of, maybe somebody going off possibly to college or university going on, or starting afresh, that whole idea of the Tree of Life. But I think that is really lovely, certainly with those genuine gems. I think that is gorgeous. Maggie, thank you so much indeed
Thank
for
you.
that hour. It's flown by, isn't
I
it?
know.
It really has gone. When are you back? Do you know when you're back with us?
4th of April.
4th of April?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Well, if you've really enjoyed the show that Maggie's brought, then please make that a date in your diary that you can be here as well. But it's been lovely to meet you. Thank you very much. It's been lovely
Thank you,
working
everybody.
with you.
Bye.
Thank you very much indeed for your company in that last hour. I hope you've enjoyed it, and good luck making those projects going forward. I've learned a lot. Don't go anywhere though, we've got more on the other side of this. See you soon.